Hey everyone, and welcome to Kaswell's Kappa, the channel where you learn how to work on your Kappa step by step. In today's video, we're going to learn how to replace the ignition coils, also known as coil packs. These are what connects to your spark plugs. I'm going to provide you with everything that you need, ranging from service manual pages, torque specs, and part numbers. I'll provide an info sheet in the description as well, that way you can locate these things. Well, without further ado, let's jump in. Alright, so where in the engine bay are the coil packs located? Well, they're going to be located under your Ecotech engine cover, or just your engine cover in general. There's going to be 4 of them, and they're all located underneath here. And to start, we'll need to remove that. So to remove this, there's only 4 pegs holding it on, no clips, no nothing. One's here, one's on the corner down here, another is over on this spot, and another is down at this corner. Just take your Ecotech deal here, lift up like that, and go to the front, lift up, and then for the last one, just pop it up and slide it out of the way. Now that the cover is off, as you can see, we can have our coil pack connections right here, as well as our solenoid connections right here. Now, of course, we still have something in the way. We have the insulation for the engine in the way. To remove this, it's kind of simple, kind of not. What we'll have to do is we'll have to go through, remove each of the connections for the coil packs, and then we can kind of slide it through this little hole along the wire, or slide the insulation along the wire through this little hole so that it's off to the side and we have easy access to our coil packs. So to remove the coil pack connectors, there's a little clasp up top. Now usually I believe there's some locking mechanisms. I don't believe mine has them. It looks like, I believe they may be broke, but usually you would pop those out and then you'd pull it down. But for these coil packs, just press down and then slide them out like so, just like that. And you'll do that to each of the coil packs. And I'm not sure what these may just be the gaskets. They usually don't come out, but you can just set those to the side if they do. And then the last one, come on, just like so. And if the engine is hot, be very careful. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our oil filler cap and we're going to remove that. I'm going to take that and set that to the side. Now that the oil cap is off, we have 3 more connections. One is going to be this Christmas tree right here. You can either snip that and then reapply it later on with a new one, or since it's a Christmas tree, you should be able to pull it straight out and it will come out of the engine. Just like so. I also hate Christmas trees, if y'all didn't know. I say that in every video, I think. Now that that is off, we're going to come down to the front of the engine. There's 2 more, and they're holding on to the turbo hose. It's like a little guide that holds it in place. You'll pull it right out, just like you can see there. Set that to the side. Once all of those are off, you should be able to take your insulation, bring it up, slide it out from the back. Be very careful. Some things still might be hooked on. See, like right here, this wire's going inside. So be very careful. Slide that through here. And then slide it through that hole, just like I said, until you got ample room to mess with everything. I might not have enough room here with how mine is set up, but I'll find a way to make sure I got enough room here. But anyways, that's how you're going to remove your insulation and get that out of the way. Alright, so here we have all 4 of our coil packs, and I do want to say one thing, and I hate that I had to do this. As you can see, the insulation is gone. It was beyond repair and it was falling apart, so I did have to cut it out, which y'all know me, I hate doing. I'd rather restore and repair than to destroy. So that is something that I had to do, and I don't like doing that, obviously. But it was beyond repair, so, and of course parts wear out, so I did have to do that. But we do have some plans for the engines anyway, but with how far gone that piece was, I had to remove it. So now that we have a view, as we can see, we have all 4 of our coil packs on. These are all held on by one individual 10mm bolt. To remove these, it's real simple. Just, take something and loosen it up there. I'm going to do that to each one of these. Once that is removed, take your bolts out. Careful, they may still be hot. My engine isn't super hot right now. Whenever you do work on anything involving the engine, especially since it's aluminum, it's soft, make sure that the engine is cool enough to where it won't strip whenever you're tightening something down. So that is a word of caution. So now that all 4 of these bolts are out, all we got to do is take our coil pack, grab it nice and snug, and sometimes twisting helps too, and just pop it right out like that, and do it to each one of them. Just like so. Now with the coil packs off, something that's always good to practice, check each individual spark plug hole and make sure that there is no debris inside. And whenever you remove these, make sure there's no debris around it to begin with that can escape into these spark plug holes, which it looks like there's nothing in there, so we're good to go on installing our new plugs. Now we'll take our new coil packs, and what we'll do here, as you can see, there's a spring inside here if you look. Now what you can either do is you can get some dielectric grease on a Q-tip, swirl it around in there, that way it provides a good connection onto your spark plugs. And what you can also do is just put a tiny bit of grease around here, around the seal here, and around the seal on the back side right here. That way it creates a good seal, that way no dirt and debris can get past these seals and into your spark plug chambers. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to put some dielectric grease on a Q-tip in here, and we're going to oil or grease these up just a tiny bit, just to get a nice little thin layer to provide that seal. And then whenever that's done, what you'll do is you'll take your coil pack and you'll just slide it in there, make sure it's nice and center, and just press it down until it's fully seated. And then grab your bolt, make sure it's lined up with your bolt hole. Make sure that it bites. Make sure you don't strip anything, of course. I'm going to tighten it down just a hair, like so. And then we can grab our torque wrench and torque it down. Alright, so now we got our torque wrench, and whenever you torque this down, it's going to be 10 Newton meters or 89 inch-pounds. So we got our torque wrench here. We're going to torque this down here. Just like that. It's torqued down, and now you can do it to the rest of your coil packs. Once those are all torqued down, you can put your insulation back on, and we'll reconnect our coil packs once that insulation is on. Once your old insulation is on, we can reattach our connectors. Obviously, I don't have my insulation anymore, so we're just going to be reconnecting our connectors. You're going to take each one at a time, and you're going to slowly click them in until you hear them click. 2, 3. Make sure that this one here is underneath. This wire's got to be underneath. 4. Now that all those are clicked on, take your engine cover and pop it back on, and don't forget your oil cap as well. You have to put the oil cap on after your insulation has been reinstalled. Once all that is complete, reapply the clips for your turbo hose if you have the turbo. Make sure to take your Christmas tree down here and install that as well. Then you can put your engine cover on, and you have completed this procedure. Alright, thank you so much for checking out the video. I hope that it helped you out today. I want to remind you to check out the Kaswell's Kappa Center at kaswellkappa.wixsite.com, where you can get all of the info regarding the Kappa platform, whether it's the service manual, TSVs, or even, cool historical documents such as advertisements that they played back then. But it's pretty much everything you need for the Kappa. And, well, that's all I have for y'all today. Be sure to check it out next time, and I'll see y'all then. Until then.